Are you currently leading a team that is focused on scaling a business? Do they see themselves as an integral part of being able to provide the transformation that your services can provide your customers? Does your team have that growth culture and are pushing the boundaries forward on a regular basis? Hi, Kenny Harper here, and we're talking today about leading a team and cultivating that growth culture. A lot of coaching and advisory firms have team members, and those team members can be awesome, but sometimes they're not paddling in the same direction. They're not on the same page, and that limits the impact of what we could create together. So in this video, we're talking about some of the challenges that people face when leading a team to a scalable coaching and advisory practice so you can take new actions and achieve new results.
Welcome to Growth Amplifiers, where we showcase the best tips, resources, and tools to amplify and scale your business.
The first thing is a lack of a vision, an integrated vision that combines your team and shares that scalable business model. A lot of businesses have a vision statement. Maybe they have a defined vision, but the vision typically is to service, to achieve something that is provided on a traditional service measure. It doesn't communicate a scalable business. It doesn't share how the team can get involved in providing transformation. It doesn't share the pathway of how they're going to get there. And we want to define a vision that helps the team see, this is how we can scale this together. This is how they can grow. This is how they can help cultivate that transformation. If they can see the pathway, if they can believe it, if they can step into it and become part of it, now you've got everyone facing in the same direction, paddling and achieving momentum. It's very simple to do and it's very simple not to do. But you want to cultivate that vision of a scalable business where the team can be a part of it and know what their part is. Number two, a lack of a framework. Coaching and advisory is a process. It is being able to understand what someone is trying to achieve, what the challenges are, helping to prioritize, create an action plan, measure progress, and make sure that you're holding people accountable to getting the result. There's a framework you can follow to get consistent results, to build the disciplines, to take the needed actions to influence and predict the results on a consistent fashion. If you're not following a framework, you can still provide transformation. You can still provide value, but you're limited. Without a framework, people may be doing things a little bit differently. It can be hard to cultivate a consistent approach. It can be harder to really systemize the process so that you can guide your existing team to become leaders, to train other people, and cultivate a process that can be simplified and scaled. If you're following a framework, you can also do one-to-many, where you can create the process once and serve many people, whether it's in groups, like doing group coaching, or in workshops or virtual events, or in masterminds, or in other ways of connecting people in a community. Following a framework gets everyone speaking the same language, follows consistency, and it simplifies the process. Frameworks are really powerful. They're like following recipes. If you want to get consistent results, cook a consistent food dish, you follow a recipe, right? Frameworks really help to get consistency. And last but not least, lack of direction and accountability. I know chances are you've had the thought, oh man, my team just doesn't follow directions, or they're just not doing the things they need to do to get the result. My team, they're lacking. Well, when we're pointing to someone else, we're pointing three fingers back at ourselves, right? Ultimately, it comes down to leadership. If you have a clear vision that you've painted out for people, and you have a framework for them to follow, you give them clear direction, you support them in their growth, and you help them be the best versions of themselves by holding them accountable, you can cultivate that growth culture. You can make sure that people are taking the actions needed to get their desired results. It takes the captain, the leader, to lead the team and cultivate that process. Now, of course, you've got to get the right people in the right seats, taking the right actions. And part of that is making sure that you've hired the right people in the first place. If you've got some people that just aren't up to the job, they're not up to the task, they aren't part of your growth culture, they don't share your values, they don't share your vision, it'd be better to discern that earlier, let them go, and find the right people. Because ultimately, you need the right people in the right seats, taking the right actions. So clarifying question for you is, how are you cultivating a winning growth culture? Is it working for you? Where is an area that you can improve? And if you're looking to cultivating a winning team and that growth culture, follow Growth Amplifiers, download the Growth Blueprint. We share some of the best practices for cultivating a simplified and scalable business so that you can amplify and provide more value to those you serve.
To show your support, take a moment to amplify this message by sharing it online. To connect with me or gain more business growth insights, visit www.growthamplifiers.com. Thank you for your support.